Walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
Welcome to the AfterMat, your source for WWE pay-per-view recaps. I'm your host, the People's Champ Cal, and alongside me, as always, I have my tag team partner, the Glamazon and Delisha. What's going on, Delisha?
Hello, hello. Another Monday, another recap.
Yes, we are back after watching TLC 2019. We'll get Delisha's hot take in a second. Let's just go say hi to people in chat. We have Big Time Gaming. What's going on, Big Time Gaming? I know you were live tweeting all night about this, and you have some breaking information for us. Not really breaking anymore, but you broke it to me from your Twitter, so I'll definitely give you credit for that, about Kyrie Sane, that we'll get to at the end of the night when we get to her match. But Big Time Gaming did mention that to me, so shout out to him as well. But yeah, so what were your thoughts? That, giving away your grade as always, or your highs and lows. What did you think of it? Oh, remember, let's not forget. Wait, sorry to interrupt, but let's not forget this is the last pay-per-view of the year, as well as decade. If they didn't say enough to us, now we know.
I was telling Cal guys earlier this might be a short one because I did not care for this pay-per-view much at all. I will say I don't think there was any terrible matches. Maybe as we go through recaps, maybe I'll change my mind. But I didn't feel like there were any terrible matches, but there was not enough to keep me engaged.
Yeah, and I agree with you. Like, I wasn't really looking forward to this pay-per-view as much. But, I watched it, and Big Time even says I felt like it was missing something. So, yeah, I do agree. We'll get to each match now. But, for me...
It felt like an advanced house show. If that makes
Yes,
any sense.
yeah, I get you, because there wasn't any really marquee matches, and especially with the way they threw out the card. I was expecting maybe the match with who I thought was the title match facing the Miz and the Fiend. Didn't end up being that, but I thought that was gonna be the last match, and having the women's tag team match. The match prior to that, but it worked out really well actually. I liked how it turned out with them as the women as the last match of the night. I don't know if they said it that night. Well, maybe I'll pose the question now, and Delisha could probably answer it when she gets to the recap of it. But did they also go with that nonsense where they're like, first ever women's TLC tag team title ladder match kind of thing? How they always try to take the glory for putting these women.
I don't recall them doing so. If they did, they weren't extravagant about it. Like it might have slipped in there, but it wasn't enough to be like, oh my gosh, we get it, guys. It wasn't that.
So they finally listened to me about that stuff, and probably because I was gonna say it probably took CM Punk to say it, because I've been saying it forever, and the one time CM Punk says it, now they listen. So it makes sense. We're gonna be talking about something that's coming up next week as well, because this is not the season finale for us, but this is the year-end finale, I should say, for AfterMat. The next time you'll see us will be in Royal Rumble next year in 2020. But there is something else coming up next week for us. Don't be too glum, because you will see our smiling faces and some new people tomorrow. Not new people, but some other people next week as well. And we can talk about WWE backstage, because that's part of the whole Federation thing if you guys want. So, but with that said, I guess we can go into the matches. The final pay-per-view of the year as well as the decade. TLC 2019 started off with a pre-show match featuring Humberto Carrillo versus Cien Andrade Almas.
It's just Andrade now, remember?
Oh, is it now? Sorry, Mustafa, or was it Ali, or whatever his name was, and then now he's Mustafa Ali again. So I'm just gonna keep calling him that, because he'll probably go back to that.
Actually, it was funny. I don't know if anyone in the chat listens to the New Days podcast that they put out. I think the first episode they mentioned that they should start a no last name club, because they were joking that because how Big E used to be Biggie Langston, and then they chopped off the Langston part, so they were making a joke. But anyway, not relevant. This match was fine. It was a rehash of not last Friday, this past Friday, but the Friday before, when they had a match that Humberto won inadvertently due to a distraction from Zelina Vega, to where it looked like she was trying to distract the ref, and it looked like Humberto was going to hit her, but moved away, and so Andrade hit her instead, and then he got the roll-up pin, and they were so in the seeds for Andrade and Zelina not getting along, so to speak. And so this was just kind of a rehash of that. Of course, as we've learned from Andrade coming up to the main roster, that he's a good worker. So all of his in-ring work is going to be pretty solid. And Humberto being the quote-unquote rookie to the main roster, they worked really well together during their high-flying moves, and it just ended. It kind of ended somewhat the same, to where Zelina was trying to get involved, but Andrade caught himself this time of not hitting her to the ground, but he still got the roll-up lost. So they're gonna roll with this for a few bit, and then we've seen Andrade leave the ring with Zelina in the ring alone, being all pissed off, mad. So I'm kind of bummed, because I kind of don't want to see them broken up, because I feel like Andrade needs her a little bit still. Even though he can speak pretty well English on his own, but him having that mouthpiece, especially with it being Zelina, was pretty solid. So I don't know, maybe this is just another refresh, trying to refresh their characters a little bit to have them break up, so to speak, but then come back together later on. But we'll see. I just personally don't want it to happen just yet.
Yeah, I agree with you. Big Time also agrees with you. He says this match, they both are superb. I also want to say hi to Halo_Smythe. Thank you for joining us as well. Yeah, this match was actually really good. I think arguably it might have been one of the better pre-show matches that we've seen in a while. I don't really recall, and he does still need a mouthpiece. Yeah, I do agree with that. I don't really recall any great pre-show matches in the near future, but I remember the last probably good one was, maybe it was at WrestleMania, and they always have 17 pre-show matches at WrestleMania, because it's 400 matches on the card. But I think the last one was actually I think it was Neville versus Austin Aries, maybe, for the 205 championship, possibly.
Yeah, that was 2 or 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's the last time I remember a good pre-show match, because I hardly watched them. So this was actually a good match. I agree. He does need a mouthpiece. here's what I see that should happen, or I think should happen, and it could possibly happen because they watch WWE watches the show and they take our advice and all that. But now CM Punk's going to say it, so they'll actually do it. But what I see is they should have them reconcile Zelina Vega and Andrade and have him get a title shot. I think an IC title on him would look really good. Right, I think like one of those mid card titles for Andrade would be really good. Him, Zelina Vega reconcile, but then those seats are still there. Eventually, maybe Humberto Carrillo could beat him for it, and Zelina Vega jumps to Humberto Carrillo maybe as kind of like a turn thing, and Andrade's the face for a little bit, and Carrillo's the heel kind of thing. But this is in the future. This could happen like around WrestleMania time, or maybe even after WrestleMania. I think that would be a nice thing to have Andrade build up his momentum again, and then maybe get an IC title chance at WrestleMania, and then end up losing to Carrillo later, and Zelina Vega jumping ship. Kind of thing. I think that's a good way to set it up for these two. I don't know. We'll see if it happens. All right, so that was it for the pre-show, and we'll go to the first match of the evening, which featured, I think it was a TLC match, possibly, or maybe just a ladder match. I don't know the difference.
Yeah, just ladder.
But they end up using everything anyway, usually, what happens. But I think they only use ladder, I think. They might have only used ladder. What happens if you use another thing? You get disqualified? No. So why can't it just all be TLC matches, right? So it features the SmackDown Tag Team Champions, The New Day, against The Revival. I think that's The Revival, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, so, I actually don't even remember how this match came about, so I'm sorry, guys, if there was a story behind it. I think the Rival might just won a match to get qualified for this, or something like that. But it's... You guys know how much I love The New Day, and I enjoy The Revival, but I just feel like it's just some of these teams that we've just seen so much already that they're getting a little stale, even when you're throwing in the ladders. I mean, in a whole pay-per-view that's basically a spot fest for these with the tables, ladders, and chairs. There was a good amount of those. There was the I feel like this actually might happen with every tag team ladder match in general now, where one guy gets thrown through the table that's set up between the ladder to break the ladder in half. It just so happened. Well, this one didn't go as flawlessly as a little bit because Big E was halfway off the ladder, so he kind of got his shoulder caught. So that was a little scary and to me, because that could have gone.
Sorry, we got breaking news from Big Time. It was supposed to be Ziggler and Rude, not The Revival, but Rude did drugs and got suspended.
So wait a minute.
Thank you.
Does he mean like earlier? Because didn't we see anyway? Well, we'll get because I think we see Ziggler later on in the night, don't we?
No,
anyway,
Rude and I think like Carlito or one of those guys, Colognes, got suspended. Primo Cologne. Primo and Rude got suspended for a drug wellness policy.
Okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, because maybe we.
So Ziggler couldn't go on his own, so they just got rid of because they're a tag team, so they got rid of one.
Yeah.
Ziggler suffered basically for Rude.
Yeah, I mean it still wouldn't have been fresh because we've seen them wrestle them two plenty of times as well. Anyway, but and then we had probably one of the better spots of the night. Because again, like this match is just spot fest. I could just list them all, but let's get to the nitty gritty, which was near the ending. To where, speaking of, where Big E did the big, what is it, big ending? Whatever.
I don't know what any of his moves are called.
Off the ladder to one of the Revival, I can't remember who it was. Off the ladder, as they were both set up, next to each other, as we always see, to where Kofi had been knocked out by, again, one of the Revival, to where he was, his feet were slid in through the ladder, and he was like kind of hanging off of it, kind of almost like a reverse crucifix pose.
Big ending, it's called.
Thank you guys, thank you. Anyway, so he was kind of out of commission, and then one of the Rivals was about to go up for the titles, and Big E had previously been knocked out in the ring, but he gets back into the ring and then gives the big ending to one of the guys, and then presumes to do after that a running dive through the ropes to take them two out of play, to where now Kofi and one of the other I'm gonna call him the remaining revivalists. The guy
that got mutton chops is the one who was still in there, and he got
Oh, okay. I think that's Welder. I think.
Okay, I don't know either of their names. The guy with missing this hair right here. The bald guy.
But I think Kofi does Kofi think? I will get to another spot that he did earlier that was pretty great. Just that he kicked him through the ladder to make him fall to where Kofi could go up and grab the belts. But I forgot that there was a spot earlier to where I don't know what they were attempting, but Kofi just landed on the top rope and then did a backflip to take them out. It as
Yeah,
we
so
always call.
they pushed the ladder over. He landed on the top, sprung board off of it into a whirlwind DDT or tornado DDT.
Yeah, okay, yeah. Or what we call the Kofi doing Kofi things spot. But all in all, I didn't mind this match. It's just that I just wasn't, like I said, a lot of these matches I didn't mind. It right off the gate, I didn't mind this match, but I just wasn't invested because I've seen these two go at it too many times. It was kind of like how we were getting beforehand when it was like always the Usos and the New
Right.
Day going at each other. Which again, they were always putting on fine matches, but it was just like I need something new.
You know what? They
Um,
should. Sorry, they should make it. You know how we always say about the WWE Tag Team division? It's a roller coaster. It goes up and down, up and down. Someone should make a shirt of a roller coaster with all the tag teams on it, and it's going up and down and up and down. That would be a great shirt to have. At least for AfterMat. So Otero, if you're listening out there, that would be a great shirt for you to make. I always call the tag team division WWE a roller coaster. So have a roller coaster and have all the tag teams on it, or at least a lot of them. You know, that'd be a good one. At least definitely the New Day and the Usos because they're in every single match. Basically, it used to be. Now one's probably in jail. Who knows?
but yeah, it was fine. It had the good spots and the nice spot at the end that they executed greatly. So they did their job.
Yeah. So Kofi hit the whatever the guy's name is, the bald guy with the belts, knocked him over through the ladder that was already there, so it broke the ladder, and he was able to grab the belts. It was a pretty cool ending, and like you said, I think the best part of the match was that tornado DDT off the springboard thing. That was pretty cool. All right, the next match featured Aleister Black and Buddy Murphy. Just a singles match. I don't know why this match happened. I don't think anyone knows why this match happened. It just happened. I think it was
Okay,
like
this one I do know what happened.
Wait, let me guess. I think it was a backstage segment or something, and like he said something to Aleister, and like, "I want to fight you now." Is that what it was?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay, I remember seeing them in the back one time. And that was about it. But yeah. So this was actually a very interesting match. I wasn't expecting much from the match. I thought Aleister would crush Buddy Murphy, and they'd make Buddy Murphy look weak and Aleister Black look strong. But much to my pleasure, I guess, this match went on for a while, and it was a back and forth match. Yep. And Big Time is actually about to say he's the match of the night for me. I think so too. This was the match of the night for me because I wasn't expecting anything for this match because I thought Aleister Black would crush Buddy Murphy. But no. They made both of them look strong, especially with Buddy Murphy like busting open Aleister Black's face with I think an elbow or something. It was basically strong style, like a strong style between both of them, back and forth. Like they should have just had like Shinsuke run in and do like his Kinshasa and then run out again. Like that's what it seemed like. They should have like a Shinsuke on a pole match where it's strong style and whoever wins the strong style gets these Shinsuke in Kinshasa or something, but it was awesome. Great counters, great reversals, great dodges. It was like, it was like watching a WWE, back when the WWE 2K games were actually good, because this year's game is awful apparently. Back when they were good and you do those reversals when you hit the trigger button at the right time, that's what it seemed like in this match. They were like punching, dodging, ducking. It was awesome to see. Like it was so fun. And at the end, it basically turned out the knee combo that Buddy Murphy had while Aleister was on the ground looked so beautiful as well. It looked just strong. I haven't seen like stiff hits like this since Miz fought Daniel Bryan, and they were like really hitting each other like with stiff like yes kicks and all the it kicks or whatever you want to call them. But yeah, this was a fantastic match. It ended with Buddy Murphy trying to go for like I think a knee or an elbow. Aleister Black, she's gonna pull. It would be funny because that would be strong style, all strong style. I think Aleister Black ducked it and then turned it into a. I want to call it Fade to Black, but it's not called a Black Mass. Hit him with a Black Mass, and that was it. It was Aleister Black won. But this was probably hands down the match of the night for me. I really did not expect it to go like as well as it did because I really thought it was a squash, but it wasn't, and thank God for that. Made Buddy Murphy still look strong, made Aleister Black look strong, and it was just a great match. What about you? What did you think, Alicia?
Yeah, this is probably the one time I think I was invested. Even though the story build-up wasn't that strong, but like you said, the match was just fantastic. I guess these are two workers who went out to prove themselves to. Well, they probably didn't have to prove to the audience because a lot of us knew that they were great. But I feel like pretty much to upper management, they were showing like, look what we can do, and the crowd was behind them, and it was great.
Yeah, and I agree. I think that for me, at least, it was the match of the night. We'll get to that at the end of the night, but I really thought this was a great match. Oh yeah, okay. So this is Alicia. It was the Viking Raiders doing for some KFC bit. I have no idea why. Defending their Raw Tag Team Championships in an open invitation, and that call was answered by
TLC, the only club that matters to them. Yeah, I'm gonna pull a Tom here and be like, the only fact you need to know is that this match is in a double count out for no apparent reason, and then they slam them on a table with that KFC on it so they can get that sponsorship money.
Yep.
That is literally all this match was.
Hey, Michaela, how are you? Yeah, you knew that table was going to be used, because why would they have, like people, which are probably wrestlers from the developmental area, sitting there eating KFC, like, and they're trying to, like, have, like, real, like, why? Obviously, they're going to go through it. I was so upset, because that was great food wasted. I would have eaten all that. There's people starving out there. Like, I would have definitely eaten that food. That food looked so good. Mashed potatoes, there's a giant bucket of chicken. You don't got to tell me twice, man. I would have, like, just jumped over that thing and got that food, man. That was so.
This would have made more sense on their Thanksgiving holiday episode.
Right.
Yeah.
They just gotta show that KFC sponsorship. That's all.
Or just do what they usually do and have the announcers have a bucket of chicken in front of them. Like,
yeah.
So yeah. Ugh.
Oh, we're getting some breaking news again. Big time breaking news. That's what we should call the segment. Big time breaking news. The ref was supposed to reset the count, but didn't. It was a botch. So there's that. But yeah, when we went to Royal Rumble, they had that whole Ric Flair segment with dressed as Colonel Sanders and The Miz. Welcome again, Halo_Smythe. Yeah, so, like, I don't know. It was stupid. I thought it was stupid. And the KFC was just wasted. That was the loser of the match was us fans and the KFC, because I really wanted to eat that KFC. All right.
Yeah, the guys, the people who got to sit there probably like, dang, can we have taken that home?
The next match of the night was what was this match? Was there any stipulation? Because there had to be a stipulation. Chair match, maybe?
Which one was this?
Roman Reigns versus Baron Corbin.
Apparently, it was a TLC match.
It was a TLC match.
According to this, the recap that I have up here,
okay,
they're labeling it as a TLC match, but I don't know.
Okay, so apparently apparently it was a TLC match. I had no idea. But, like, because there were no rules, obviously. This was also a fantastic match as well. Like, I really enjoyed this match, because I'm not a fan of either of the men. I do like their work ethic. Like, they do work hard. Their character's not that great, but Baron Corbin's wrestling has really, really improved, and I love seeing him do his, like, oh god, wait, I know it. Not Deep Six, it's the other one, and I knew it the other day because I was like, End of Days. I love seeing him do that out of nowhere kind of thing, like, kind of like the RKO thing, but, like, you do have to set up for it, but, like, just the velocity he puts into that and the torque, I love seeing that move done. But yeah, this move was just hard hitting, a lot of slams. Mostly, I think Baron was leading the most early in the match, and then Roman got his second win and really took over. And then he was going for his drive-by, I guess. And as he was going for his drive-by, he got kicked out of nowhere by somebody that came from under the ring, I guess. I'm good, Michaela. How are you? He got kicked out of nowhere, and then ended up being Dolph Ziggler. Top 5 talker and top 10 performer, given his credit. Yeah. I don't know about top 5 talk. You mean currently in the WWE? Currently in the WWE, top 5 talker? Possibly. Top 5 performer? I don't even know about that, because there's a lot of people who brush under the rug. He's really improved, I'll give you that. Maybe for most improved, I'll definitely give him that. But not top 10 performer, I don't think. I don't even know if top 10 5 talker, because you got so many other women, too, that are out there that are great, too. Like Becky, Alexa, you got right there, there's 2 women. And then you could name, like, a bunch of guys like Seth Rollins and all those guys who are out great on the mic as well. Kevin Owens.
Top 25.
Yeah, top 25 of each. Probably give you that. But definitely most improved. I have to give Baron Corbin. He's really growing on me, because he was so annoying last year, and, like, he's really doing really well. The whole King gimmick I could do without, but he's really embracing it and making it his own. Like a twist from Austin days, a twist from King Booker days, and even a huge twist from King Mabel days, because those were awful. But yeah, he's doing a good job. This was a great match, very hard hitting, very good slams, a lot of good power moves, as you can see. Bray and Alexa, okay, I can give you that too. Those are great. Yeah. Um, I think one of them went through the table as well on a suplex or a spear. But anyway, basically what happened was at the end, Dolph Ziggler came out, helped Baron Corbin, but that wasn't it because the Revival also came out because I guess now they're a faction, and they all teamed up on Roman Reigns, who actually got back into it for a second, but then he got overwhelmed again. And I think he did take a move off the ladder, maybe. I don't even know. But the Revival hit their move, and I don't know what it's called. Big Time will probably tell us in the chat, unless you know it, Delisha. The Revival's move.
I don't know why I want to say Shatter Machine, but I don't think that's right.
Yeah, let's just say it's like that. Something like that. Shatter Machine. Yeah, that sounds good. So whatever it's called, they did that move. Ziggler also had a zigzag, and I think Corbin might have hit the end of days as well. They pinned him 1, 2, 3, and Baron Corbin won. So it was actually great seeing him win because, him getting put over was great. He did cheat, as a heel would do, but it was a good match overall. Shatter Machine, you're right. Shatter Machine. It was a match, and I really enjoyed it. So good kudos to these two. And I really want to see what they do with Baron Corbin next. Maybe they'll give him a title shot. Which division is he in? SmackDown?
Yeah.
So who's the champ? Is that Bray Wyatt's league?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
yeah.
They're not going to do that. They're not going to do that because we'll talk about what happens at the main event, or not main event, the title match later. I don't think they're going to give him a shot right away. And who's the mid card champion there?
Shinsuke?
Is it? Oh, so
is it still?
I don't know if Shinsuke or it's I don't know who the U.S. champion is. Is it Ricochet? I don't even know.
No.
I have no idea. Oh, Rey Mysterio.
Oh, right.
Whatever.
That's a shame.
I want to see him get maybe a title shot soon, or because like him and Roman, I'm done with that. Like him, the Gallows and Roman, I was done with. Not Gallows. McIntyre, Roman, I was done with, and now I'm done with these two. I want to see Corbin go up a little bit, and maybe Roman take a backseat for a while, and being the big dog and all that kind of stuff.
That's not happening right now.
That's true.
We still got another couple of weeks of this.
What do you think?
Oh yeah, the match is good. I'm with you about Corbin. He's kind of growing on me. He's definitely, he's got that great heat going on with him to where like the fans just want. It's not when I'm gonna say hit, they want absolutely nothing to do with him. It's not in the bad way. It's just like he's doing his job as a heel of annoying the fans, and so he's got the good heat, I guess. But yeah, the match wasn't bad. They are trying to tell a narrative that they started with this match and would tell again later on. So I am interested to see how they will sort of end this feud, because now that Corbin has won twice over Roman by now, so it's interesting to see how they're going to have this sort of either like a slow fade out or just a direct ending of this feud to go on to the next one. So we shall see, but it might lead up and maybe until Rumble time.
I feel it's gonna be like one of these two is gonna eliminate the other in the Rumble. I
can't hear you. No.
You still can't hear me?
Mm-mm.
How about now? No? Testing.
Yeah, I can't hear you.
Can you guys hear me in the chat? Because I shows my audio on. Can you hear me on the stream? Let me know if you guys hear me in the stream. Testing. I mean, I can just turn my audio on the stream to see if I hear it. Testing.
It must be me then. I don't know.
They hear me on the chat.
What's going on?
How about now? Can you hear me, Delisha? Oh yeah, they say they hear me, so you might have to listen. Oh, but then it's gonna be an echo. You know what? It's probably something with my Discord. It's probably because Discord lost the. Hold on a second. I know what it is. Give me a second. Sorry, guys.
Say something. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, I don't know what I can't hear you at all.
Yeah, they hear me. And I saw the right voice settings on, so I don't know what it is. All right, well.
It's like I can hear you on the stream, but I can't hear you through Discord.
Yeah, I don't know. You might have to plug in headphones just so you hear me through the stream or something. because I don't know why it's not working. They hear me, so and I heard myself too. So I don't know. It must be something. I don't know. Discord.
Okay, let me.
Well, what I was saying was, yeah, this match was good. I think Alicia enjoyed it too. And she said she wants to see where Corbin goes and this feud goes. So we're gonna move on to the next one, which is me too. It's the WWE champion, Universal Champion Bray Wyatt against Miz. And I saw like the build up to this prior to the event, prior to the actual match itself. I saw the build up. It was actually really cool. They brought the Miz's family into it and the doll in the cradle and all that kind of stuff. The crib. It was really cool to see. But yeah, this was. I thought it was gonna be the Fiend coming out because I don't really watch the Raws and Smackdowns or whatever, or SmackDown in this case, and see the lead up to it. So I thought it'd be the Fiend, and when Bray Wyatt came out, I thought it was great. It was cool seeing him. He had his music and he played to the crowd. It was a different theme song because it was just the Firefly Funhouse, and he had that all goofy character. It was really cool to see. I mean, did I want to see the Fiend? Of course, everyone loves seeing the Fiend, but it was actually cool. And basically, Miz kind of dominated the first few minutes of the match, and then Bray Wyatt just took over and just destroyed Miz after the fact. Miz really didn't have a chance after the little while. I think the closest what Miz had to a comeback was that Bray Wyatt went for the Sister Abigail. Miz reversed into a skull crushing finale, but then Bray Wyatt reversed it again, threw him outside the ring. Some scrapping outside the ring. I think it was his Sister Abigail outside the ring. Bray Wyatt brought Miz back into the ring, did another Sister Abigail, and then 1, 2, 3 won the match. And then after the match was over, we had that moment where like the lights kind of went out. We saw the Fiend's image on the Titantron, and then the fans are chanting him, "Let him in, let him in." And like Bray Wyatt looked around, went underneath the ring, got a mallet, a giant like Harley Quinn mallet, came back in, and as he was about to use it, Daniel Bryan, hooded man came and hit the running knee on him. It ended up being Daniel Bryan. Everyone's screaming, yes, yes, yes. His hair is gone, like he's back to his old. He uses like the hair from like when he first came into WWE kind of thing, back in his NXT days. And he just kept beating on Bray Wyatt. Then he picked up the mallet and looked like he was gonna hit him. As he's about to hit him, the lights cut out. Lights cut back in, and Bray Wyatt is gone. Daniel Bryan slams the mallet and starts the yes, 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 yes chant. And that was about it. Like, yeah, am I happy to see Daniel Bryan back? No, I'm not a Daniel Bryan fan. I didn't really care much for this segment. I would much like to see a better feud between the Miz and Bray Wyatt, because I think that would be great. Seeing Daniel Bryan come back is kind of stupid. If he leaves again, no skin off my back. I don't really need him there. I'm sure Delisha has different thoughts about this. But yeah, it wasn't really much. The match, I expected more from this match. I really wanted to see more, especially between Miz and because Miz, I think, deserves some more. That's another great talker on the mic as well. But I feel like he's just being put, rushed away. Especially because he's a new kid. I guess he's gonna spend more time. But seeing Daniel Bryan take his spotlight again after this match was kind of stupid. Maybe Bray Wyatt's new family will be with Miz to team against Daniel Bryan or something like that. I don't know. We'll see. Those two have animosity. Your thoughts about this, Delisha? It's gonna take her a second because she's listening to the stream audio.
Okay, yeah. So like I said, I'm sorry. There's like an odd pause, but like you're on a 6-second delay.
Yeah.
But I did like this match a lot, and I do remember. Well, this past Friday, but the Friday before. For those who fast forwarded through SmackDown like Cal does, the Fiend had dragged Miz like below the mat, like he had done with stuff that one time, and then he like was like it looked like he was like ripping out Daniel Bryan's hair, so that's why the hair was shorter, I guess, to take him back to that the old Daniel Bryan when he first started, so to speak. But the match was pretty good between Miz and Bray. He seems to have the Finn demon power, so as he's the Fiend, he's going to be more powerful, more intense, more just more monster like. But as Bray, he's gonna try to talk you out of it. It seems like he was trying to do. But I do like that they're playing off those dynamics as a true character. Like Bray's like, Bray doesn't even think of himself as being the Fiend. He thinks the Fiend is something totally different. So I really hope that somewhere down the line we get to play around with that. As we said before, like of him having to realize that he is the Fiend at some point and see how they can play around that, because right now he's probably the most maybe consistent story going on right now in these last few months. So it's pretty exciting to see what's going on.
Yeah, and welcome Entertain. And Entertain says that the ending of this match opens a whole new bunch of possibilities for the Fiend, which I do agree with. I love seeing Fiend and Bray Wyatt. I love that whole Daniel Bryan thing. I understand what they're probably gonna go with the whole Wyatt family back in the day when Daniel Bryan was kind of part of it for a little bit when he was hypnotized or brainwashed, whatever he was. But I really love the Miz. I would love to see a better feud. This feud maybe carry on. They're not gonna do it because it was just more of a segue to bringing Daniel Bryan back, kind of thing. And I guess we'll see what happens. The next match was a tables match, which featured Rusev and Bobby Lashley alongside with Lana. This match, oh god, I don't think I should even cover this match, but I'm going to because that's what I do. It was a whole divorce angle between Lana and Rusev, which is so stupid, and the cuckolding with Bobby Lashley and all this garbage nonsense. Basically, Bobby Lashley was pretty much dominated Rusev. Whenever Rusev got back into the match, Lana jumps in and kind of claws at Rusev's eyes, which gives Bobby Lashley a chance to put him through a table by spearing him, but the table didn't end up breaking, so I don't know if that was a botch or not, but he did use it well to turn it into a belly-to-back suplex through the other table that was on the other side of the ring. This match was very, very... I always joke about, not a joke, I say how the women get very sloppy when there's, like more than 2 or 3 of them in the ring in a match, like it's too much going on kind of thing, and then we weren't ever given these big time matches like they are now, which is awesome. So it's always sloppy in the first few years that they've been doing it, but this was probably the sloppiest match I've ever seen. I had no interest in this match. The fact that how sloppy it was what made it fun, because it's so funny how bad it was. Like 2 jack guys are having so much trouble setting up tables and opening the legs. It's like they never did work in their life. Like they didn't know how to open the tables. The legs of the table and stuff, and lock into place. That was so idiotic. And they Lashley was struggling picking up that table. My God, it was terrible, terrible, terrible. Anyway, Bobby Lashley wins. Him and Lana leave the ring and they celebrate. Rusev, I don't know what's gonna happen with him. This is just why did this match even happen? And why? Remember they always used to use the women's match as a buffer match. This is the best buffer match I've ever seen because no one would want to sit here and watch this match. I went to the bathroom I went and got a drink. I did not care about this match at all. This is the greatest definition of a buffer match I've ever seen in the history of WWE. And thank you for taking that title away from the women, you two guys. I really do like Rusev. Lashley, I've never really been a fan of ever. But yeah, this was awful. So Delisha, go ahead.
Yeah, oh gosh, this match. I just wanted to. I don't even know what I didn't want to watch this match. I guess that's what I'm getting at. I didn't want to watch this match. This whole storyline has been so bad to me. I know WWE we always have that soap opera element going on at some point, all the time. But it was this was to me just unbearable. I did not care. Because I don't know, especially when you have total divas going on around the same time, and you see their relationship. There was one where I was like, are they actually even getting divorced behind the scenes? This going on? I don't know. But I will say during the I guess divorce paper signing or whatever they were doing when it was just him and Lana at the table, it seemed like they were having fun with it. So I'm glad that they were trying to make this storyline work. But I just not I just didn't enjoy. I almost want the Maria Kanellis pregnant champion 205 live back. I can't. So I was glad when this match ended, for real.
So Big Time was saying they wanted to separate Lana and Rusev on TV, but to make it bitter so that there would be a chance of them to getting together on TV. There wouldn't be a chance of them to get... Yeah, so they want to make it as bad as possible so that they wouldn't be on TV again together. Which makes me think, there wasn't... First of all, I don't even know who the 24/7 champion is, and there wasn't a segment with this pay-per-view, so I thought that was kind of funny. Is this still R-Truth? I'm just going to assume it's R-Truth because he's always the 24/7 champion. But we haven't seen that title in a while. At least I haven't, because I fast-forwarded through Raw and SmackDown, so I don't know who the champion is.
I just realized that, too.
All right, so we spent way too much time on this match already. Well, welcome, Thomas TV. How are you, Philip Thomas? Yes, this brings us to the final match of the evening, which is a TLC match, which is featured the Kabuki Warriors as their tag team champions, women's tag team champions, and against the Raw Women's Champion Becky Lynch and Charlotte. And Felicia will be covering this match.
Yeah, this match straight out the gate was just I mean, chaos, but in a good way. So we had what I didn't even realize until Kyle told me earlier tonight is that Kari got stained. Kari got stained. Wow, it's Monday, guys. Is that Kari got injured pretty on in the match? It looked like, and that's why we didn't see a lot of her throughout the match for a little bit. Um, but we had Asuka and Sane. Excuse me.
Bless you.
Throwing chairs at them in the ring, uh, and then turning the tables by using the chairs and doing a drop kick into Flair's face. Yeah, that's what happened. Into her face, and then we would have the Flair and Becky, who of course have been working with each other for the longest. Too, I guess they could probably do these matches in their sleeves by now. Um, come back with what I don't know what they had in their hand, but to climb the ladders, which I had to get back to the belts, and then we have Sane from the outside throwing chairs into the ring as a distraction. She's been really good at the distraction game, by the way, of being the one to like get another teammate distracted while Asuka's doing whatever Asuka's doing. Um, so then Kari, after they try to go after Kari, she ducks under the ring, and so they're like trying to pull them out. And I don't know why this. I think that part went on a little bit longer than it should have, but maybe she was trying to grab the weapon that she would eventually come out, which was the fire extinguisher, to spray them in the face, and then Oscar would come in with a rope that she had grabbed out earlier from the match to tie Lynch to a ladder, which I guess that was also something different that we didn't really see in the ladder match. Was someone getting tied down with a rope onto the ladder, and then after that they would put Charlotte in the chair and like lock her in through the handles with the kendo stick. So I thought that was pretty a new way to get some spots over that we didn't exactly quite see before. I mean, we've seen people being locked in by some device or whatever, but I think this was kind of a new spot way to get it going. And but then I didn't know what to call it, but to call Flair going Super Saiyan on Asuka and Kari, to where she just throws I think Kari into the turnbuckle, and then goes after Asuka, and then eventually Lynch gets freed, and she hit the senton on Asuka to put her through the table, and then she would go and then pull, and then Charlotte will go and put a power bomb on Sane through another table that I think was on ringside. And it was just a back and forth match, which I did enjoy because I was hoping that not one team would overtake the other. But it really, each throughout the match, it could have gone either way, to where we have it coming up to like there at the end. Lynch is climbing up the ladder, which they, I guess when they put it back in, it was the ladder with the rope on it. So when Lynch was coming up and got her hands on the title, Asuka, I believe, was the one who was pulling the rope to make Becky fall down, and then it was able to be set up for Asuka to grab the belts. And thank goodness to keep them as the champions, because I also did not want to see another title reign of Charlotte going on for no apparent reason, when they were just thrown together to give Becky something to do.
Yeah, Entertain said in the chat that there's been a lot of injuries in the last few women's ladder matches, which is definitely possible. Agree with that. Another thing to know is, like, I have to agree with you, that segment with the, or that spot with the tying Becky down was awesome with the ladder, because we don't ever see that. I knew that was going to be used later because the way they tied it, they were going to use it to pull the ladder. I knew that was going to happen because the way it was tied down. But it was actually awesome seeing that tying her down. One thing I kind of missed that we didn't see was the green mist. I missed the mist. I would love to see the mist, because that would have been a cool thing to see, because I think it's a staple of Asuka's now. and not seeing that was kind of that's this is probably the most useful time to use it because a person can't really climb a ladder and look for the title when they're blinded, right? As opposed to just pinning them. I think pinning them is kind of stupid because you're by instinct you're known you can kick out. Like that's what you're trained to do as a wrestler, to kick out. Like so like actually using it in a spot where like it would matter to look up and climb a ladder and set up a ladder and all that kind of stuff probably should have been used in this match. So that was kind of a big miss for them there by the WWE creative team or whoever to not use the mist in here. So the mist. Copyright that. Yeah, but that's pretty much it. It was a good match. Good to see the Kabuki Warriors retain, and I love those two, man. They're awesome to see together, and I love that they I asked Alicia prior to this match, is it prior to tonight's show? Are they still talking in Japanese in their promos? She says they are, so that's great. Keep that up. It's back like the old days of the Volkovs and all that kind of stuff. Great to see. But yeah, so that was pretty much it for the pay-per-view. We're going to go on with our finishers. I'll have Alicia go first with her low point, her high point, and her overall grade.
But we forgot about the ending brawl that
thank
the
you.
match. I mean, ended the pay-per-view.
The pay-per-view ended with another brawl.
I don't know.
It, Baron Corbin... Also, there was a segment prior to that match where, like, Street Profits got jumped or whatever... Or like Baron Corbin jumped Roman Reigns, the Backstreet fight and all that. Street Profits got involved. Revival was there. I think Shorty Gable was there. New Day was there. Just everyone was involved in that, and that carried out to after the match was over. They carried out to the arena. I don't know what the point of that was. Maybe the Fiend comes out after the pay-per-view and knocks everyone down. Who knows? It was kind of worthless. I remember thinking about that while you were talking, but I forgot about it when I talked about it this past match. But yeah, completely worthless in my opinion. So if you want to do your finishers, unless you have something to say about that.
Yeah, I mean, it was just it was something. So I guess it's something we would get explained on SmackDown, Raw. Who knows when they'll announce. But as far as the whole pay-per-view as a whole, highs and lows, I'm gonna give the low to the night. In general, I don't know. Like I said, it just didn't keep me invested. So I just like there was nothing really. I was like, wow, what a great time. And I guess the highlight will just have to go to the workers trying to make it work. Because like I said, there wasn't really a bad match on the card, so except for Rusev and Lashley, because I just could not give two F's about that match. So maybe that's the low point. I don't know. But yeah, but the high point is like they really everyone trying to make what they were given work. So and overall, I'm just gonna give this a C. I wasn't overwhelmed or underwhelmed, just whelmed, as one of our fellow Twitterers would say. But so yeah, I'll just give it a straight up C. I didn't hate it, but I didn't love it either.
Yeah, Big Time says he get the high point to Aleister Black, low point to... Sorry, I think I missed it. I think it was the Rusev, maybe? I don't know. I forgot what he said his low point was, and the overall grade he gave a C minus, a low C to. Same thing for me. I think the low point for me was the Rusev Lashley match. The high point was definitely the Aleister Black Buddy Murphy match. And overall grade probably give it a C minus as well. It wasn't very good of a pay-per-view. The spots that did shine very well. There were some unique moments as well, which I enjoyed. Other than that, though, the pay-per-view wasn't too great overall. That's why I gave it a C minus. Especially coming out for a stellar, I think, A performance that I gave to Survivor Series. But that involved all three brands. It's one of the big four, so it's gonna shine for a while. But you know what? Next is Royal Rumble. That's the next time you're going to see us. And that's involving all the pay-per-view, all the brands, I guess. Most likely all the brands. I think NXT will be seen in the Rumble as well. Maybe Shayna Baszler will be in the Women's Rumble. Maybe she'll win the Women's Rumble. We'll see. But yeah, that's going to be cool because I want to see some of these NXT people again in the main card or the main pay-per-views. So, and Royal Rumble is one of my favorite pay-per-views of the year, if not my favorite. So it's going to be great to see. So I guess we're going to end it here, but before... Yeah, they rushed the show. And I heard Triple H and Vince McMahon weren't even there for the pay-per-view, so that could be a lot to do with it as well. But with that said, we're going to end this pay-per-view, and talking about this pay-per-view because, disgusting. Especially that Lana Rusev thing is just terrible. But yeah, we're gonna have Alicia talk about where we'll see her because we'll see us more recently, you guys, than you think. So yeah, Entertain's it's a pretty average show, missing the main event feel for a match. Yeah, I agree with you. Entertain. Alicia was saying that earlier. It felt like a more fluffed up house show or a kind of in your house kind of thing. But yeah, Delisha, when can we see you next? Because we have something news for that, right? And stay tuned for all you people like Entertain and Big Time like talking about those other kind of wrestling things. Delicia's gonna get into that right now.
Yeah, you will. Yeah, you will see us next Monday. So you guys are getting a Christmas gift on a Monday, um, where you will join us for After Talk, where we will be what are we calling our State of the Wrestling Federation address. Um, we're just gonna talk about wrestling in general. So bring on your AEWs, bring on your Ring of Honors, your New Japans, your Impacts, um, AAA, Lucha Underground. That's the extent of my knowledge of what kids is easily accessible. But we're gonna talk about the state of wrestling as it stands of 2019 or in the year of 2019. There's a lot to go around for. There's something there for everybody. So this is where we can talk a little more in depth. I will say stay tuned to the KingslayerNet Twitter because I will be asking Cal to put up some polls that we will put up probably tomorrow or Wednesday to last until next Sunday night, and then we'll talk about those results on Monday. But I'm hoping to see you guys there, and we can just talk not just WWE, but now we can actually talk about some of the other promotions that you guys have been telling us to check out, and some of us have. So hopefully, thank you. Join us before you join in on all the gift opening and tree decorating and carol singing for next week.
And where can they find you, Alicia?
Oh yes, you can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Leisha_Renee. And even though he is not physically present, you no, I'm still not getting any screenshots of you guys trying to find Joe on Twitter. I mean on Facebook. So I keep telling you guys, if you try to find him and he shows that someone tried to accept him as a friend on Facebook, we might send you something. Whether it be a shout out here on AfterMat, or we might actually send you a little gift. So get on it, guys.
Yeah, because you'll never find him on Twitter because his name is so ridiculous on Twitter. Yeah, the awkward 6-second delay. It is kind of annoying, but it's all right. We'll get it fixed for next time, hopefully, or next week. Yeah, so yeah, a lot of you guys are always like chiming in about AEW and all those other kind of stuff and the indies. And don't forget, we're gonna actually talk more about NXT next week as well. So it's not just WWE pay per view. We can talk about wrestling state as a whole. So like you talk about AEW and all that kind of stuff, and New Japan and all these indies that you guys are always thriving about and talking about in the on Twitter and stuff. Bring that next week. Bring that energy next week, and I'm sure Delisha and Nicole will address it. I'll be there chiming in, talking about the beautiful thing that was Crown Jewel. No, I probably will not. Just joking. But for me, you can find me here on the Kingslaying Network. I'll be streaming games again Wednesday and Friday of this week. But then next week there'll be no game streaming because we'll be doing After Talk next week. But you can always find me at KingslayerNet on Twitter as well. And look out for those polls that Delisha was talking about. Like I said, the next time you'll see AfterMat will be next year. So everyone have a happy new year. Happy holidays as well, because we'll see you for Royal Rumble then. But until then, guys, do not forget, keep slamming the haters and be the champion of dreams. We'll see you next time.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways. And on we'll go. highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go, through the wastelands, through the highways, and on we'll go. And we'll grow in number, fueled by them to see the horizon, turn us to thousands. And we'll grow